Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. So today's video is part 2 of 2 of our flying series. So last time we created actually the flying mechanics, and today we're going to be animating this so we have animations along with our flying as well, just to make it look a lot nicer. So let me just get right into it. So what we're going to do first is we obviously want to import our animations. So what I'm going to do is I've gone to Mixmo, and I have downloaded the Ybot, so let me import that one in first. I'm going to import Ybot, leave it like this, and then I'm also going to import the animations onto this character. Now if you don't know how to use Mixmo, I'll leave a link in the description down below of how to use it, but I'm going to be covering it pretty much in this video as well. I can't link to the specific animations I am using because Mixmo doesn't allow that, it just links to the website, but I'm using floating and flying. Those are the two animations I'm using today. So now I've got the Ybot in here, I can now also just import my animations onto this character. So let me get my flying idle and flying forward animations. Those are just ones which I've named them. And let's just import all into here like so. Now we should see that we have these animations here. Let's open them both up and have a look. So we have our flying forwards and our flying idle. These aren't amazing animations, and ideally we could do with having some more. However, the only reason I'm using these two and only these two is because I want to keep the animations free, and these are the only free animations I could find. So once we've got those, we can close that, and now we need to retarget these animations to our character. So to do that, I'm in 5.1, so I need to create an IK rig. So I'm going to right click, go to animation, go to IK rig, and create an IK rig here. And I want to set this one to be our Ybot character we just got here. So that's our skeletal mesh there, and I'm going to name this IKR for IKRig underscore Ybot, like so, opening it up straight away. Now in here, again, I won't go into this in too much detail as I do have other videos for that, but I'll go over the basics here. So what we need to do is select the spine, and then spine 2, add new chain, naming this spine, hit OK, and no goal, and now we have the spine as a bone there. We'll do the same with the neck and head. Add chain, head, no goal, and you're going to want to just do this for every kind of main section of the body. So I'm going to speed this up and not talk over it, but I will obviously leave it in the video so you can see what I'm doing as well. So slow it down if you need to, if you just want to see which ones I'm using. But again, if you want this covered in more detail, I do have another video where I completely explain it all. I'm not doing that here because that was like a 10-minute video, so there's no point merging them all into one. You can see it there as well. So I'll get back to you once I finish this. So once you've added them all in, you can see I've got spine, head, left arm, left leg, and right leg. Also, you're going to want to go up, right click on spine, and set retarget root. We can then save this, and then we'll go back to our content browser, and we'll do the same thing for our actual character. So I'm going to right click, go to animation, IK rig, and we want to now get the Manny. I think we are using SKM Manny, and we will get that one. And then, actually no, we're not, sorry, that's my bad, we're using Quinn. So let me just delete this and we'll get that again. So very sorry about that, I got the wrong one. So animation, IK rig, and we want Quinn, so SKM Quinn, like so. And this one I'm going to again name IKR for IKRig underscore Quinn. And we'll open this up straight away once again, and we're just going to do the same thing. So again, I'm going to speed up and get back to you once I have finished. And we then again want to set the pelvis as the retarget root, like so. And again, I've got spine, neck, left leg, left leg. Same on both of them. The naming is slightly different, so that's head instead of neck, but that's fine. You can rename it if you want, but we just need to make sure we've got these. So once we've got that, we can close them, and then now we want to make an IK retargeter. So we'll right click, go to animation, go to IK rig, and create an IK retargeter. I'm going to pick IK rig to copy animation from. So I'm copying these animations which are on the Ybot. So I'm going to go IKR underscore Ybot. And I'm then going to just name this IKRE for IK retargeter underscore Ybot, as again we're going from the Ybot. We'll open this up, move the camera out, and then we're going to add in our target IK rig asset, which is going to be my IKR Quinn, or just your character. and I'm going to move it over to the right a little bit more there, so they're not overlapping like so. Now you can see they have different poses here. So this is a T pose, this is an A pose. This is an issue, as that will mean they won't work perfectly, so we do want to make sure we change that. This is very easy to do. We can press edit mode here and then select whichever bone we want. So I went clavicle L for the left shoulder and just rotate it up, although maybe not the shoulder. Let's go for the upper arm instead and rotate it up like so. So it's going to be in the same T-pose position. And then let's go for upper arm R as well and do the same thing. So let me get that again, sorry. And then just rotate it up. And now we have them in the same position like so. And we can click edit mode again to exit that like so. Now we just want to make sure that the chain mapping is correct. So we've got spine, neck, head, left arm, right leg, left leg. All of them are matching like so. Go to the asset browser, double click an animation, and we can see that we now have the animations retargeting over from our Y-bot to our mannequin perfectly like so. Let's check flying idle as well. We have them both working perfectly like this. So this is now going to be exactly what we want. We've got the animations onto our character. So we can just select both of these and then hit export selected animations and then put this wherever you want. I'm just all doing it into the content folder and I'm just going to export like so. Then if we were to save this, we may as well, and then close it, we can see we've now got these two animations like so. So that's now worked perfectly. What we want to do now is open up our animation blueprint for our character. So for me, that is going to be characters, mannequins, animations, Quinn, and then actually just here, ABP Quinn. Open that up like so. And actually I believe we might need to go to manage, just because of the way the default animation blueprints are set up. Yeah, we can see them here. I'm not really a massive fan of how they are set up by default, but again, I imagine you'll probably be using your own custom character and custom animation blueprints, in which it will be a lot easier for you to use. So what I'm going to do here is just go from the locomotion state machine straight into the output pose there, and we'll compile that. And then let's double click the state machine to open it up. So we have this here like so. What we're going to do is drag out of the states and add state, and I'm going to name this one flying. And then I'm going to go back into the state as well. So I'm going to go into and out of both idle and walk run, as I know I'm able to fly from both of these states. Now if you wanted as well, you could have another state in between these and flying to be the fly transition. So when you're going up, you will have a transition from flying into the air, and when you're landing, you'll have a transition for that as well. If you did want to do that, that is very simple, and I do cover how to do that in my crouching video. So if you want a transition, watch my crouching video to learn how to do that. It's very, very simple. Only reason I'm not going over it here is because, again, don't have access to animations like that for free, as I want to provide you with free animations, obviously. But let's double click the flying state here, go to the asset browser, and what we'll want to do is we'll want to create a blend space to go between idle and forward. So let's go to the content drawer, go back here, and we'll right click, animation, legacy, blend space 1D, and this is going to be on SK mannequin, and I'm going to name this one flying BS, or Quinn flying BS for blend space. Open it up straight away. In here we're going to open the horizontal axis, naming this to be speed, minimum value being 0, maximum value being 600 for example, or just a maximum speed which you have for flying. Grid divisions we're going to set to 2, and then we're also going to hit snap to grid. Then we're going to simply just put our animations in here. So if we search for fly, we have flying idle, it's going to go at 0, and flying forward is going to go at 600. If we hold control, we can move the preview and see we're flying idle there, flying forward there, and it's going to nicely transition between these like so, and this is going to look perfect for what we want. So we'll save and close that, as that's all we need to do. And then in here we'll get our Quinn flying blend space, put that into the output animation pose, and that is in our flying state like this. Then we should already have a variable for speed, so we have ground speed here, and again I imagine you already have that as well in your animation blueprint too. We will then compile and save that. Now we're not finished yet because we need to have the transition state going into this, or the transitional rules, sorry. So what we're going to do is go to the event graph, and then we're going to go to the update animation here. So let's add another pin, and what I'm going to do is get the movement component and simply do get out of this is flying, as we are using the character movement flying to actually create our flying mechanics as we did in the previous video, this will automatically set to true and false if we are or aren't flying, which will then work perfectly for us. So if we right click the return value and promote to variable, we can name this is flying. So now we know if the player is or isn't flying, so if we should or shouldn't play the flying animations. And we'll connect that up into the sequence there. Again, your animation blueprint might look slightly different dependent on how you are doing it and if you're using your own custom one, but you just want it to go into the update animation like this. And I may as well comment this, so select it and hit C to comment, naming this set is flying from the movement component. And then if we go back into the state machine, we can then double click the idle to flying and just get is flying, connecting that into there. So if is flying is true, we can enter the state. Then flying to idle, we're going to get is flying again, but this time get a not boolean. So if it is not true, so we're no longer flying, we can enter the state again to go back to idle. And then we'll do the exact same for these two over here as well. So walk to run, get is flying, true, and then flying to walk run, get is flying, not boolean, and connect that in there as well. Now if you wanted, what you could do is even for going back to idle, you need to check if you aren't moving, and going into walk run, you need to check if you are moving. I'm not going to worry about that because this will still work perfectly fine anyway, because if you go to walk run while you're idle, it will just go straight back to idle anyway and you won't notice. But if you do want to go that extra step and just have that verification check in there, you definitely can do that. So now if you compile and save, we can hit play and this should be working perfectly for us. So we double tap space to start flying, you can see we have this animation here, and then if we start moving, we're going to have the correct animation like this. Now obviously it doesn't look amazing just purely because of the lack of animations, however it is still working. Now I think this is moving a little bit too quickly in between these states like so. I don't want it to snap that much going from idle to flying forwards. So what I'm going to do is open up my blend space and then just modify the smoothing time. So the smoothing time is used to move smoothly across the blend space. I'm going to set that to 1. So now it will take 1 second to transition between those animations, as I think that will look a lot better. So if I were to fly forwards, it took a second there, and if I were to stop, it's going to take another second to stop like so. And I think that just looks a lot better for me. So again, doesn't look amazing, but you get the basic fundamentals of it, and you can obviously customize this for your own personal needs and have it change, especially with more animations. This would look a lot better. So you can have more for going up, going down, going left, right, and you know how to then make those changes based upon what I've shown you today. And if I stop flying, we're again just going to go back into our normal movement like so. So I think that'll be it for this video, as we've done everything we want to do. What we've done is we've set up some flying animations with our flying mechanics we set up in the previous video. So we have flying forwards, and we also have a flying idle perfectly like so. So thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, please do make sure to like and subscribe down below. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.